Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. This is Coco and Spiff weekly podcast. Yes, how you doing, Spiff?
I'm good, my sister. I'm really good. How are you?
Good, good. I feel like it's Sunday for me, and it's Monday. That's weekly things. So yeah, good to see you, brother. Yes.
Thank you, my sis.
Alrighty. So, this is Coco, by the way, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, United States, originally from Japan. And I've been doing this digital business almost 2 years now. And through this business system, I met my wonderful business partner brother all the way to the South Korea.
Right.
And we decided to talk in and do the weekly podcast. So we've been here and we talk about all the different topic every week. Sometimes business strict, serious things, and sometimes we talk about food and goofing around and
Yeah.
something like this. But anyway, before to jump in the topic today, yeah, why don't you introduce yourself, brother?
All right. I'll do a quick introduction of me. Well, good morning, everyone from South Korea. I'm Spiff. Originally Nigerian, but I've made South Korea my home for well over 2 decades. I'm an educator by the day, but I'm also a digital business mentor, coach, and entrepreneur. I am here with my sister Coco. This business brought us together, and
Mhm.
it's a match made in heaven because since we've started together, we've been soaring together. And that is why we love doing things together. You
Yes.
need to find your connection, you need to find the people to work with that will make you grow. Thank you, Coco. Let's take it on.
All right. Thank you, Spiff. Yes. So we are, before we dive in the topic, like you already know, today I picked the topic and then, but you already know what I was going to bring it to the show today. He
Yeah.
dressed, I mean, he always dressed nice. Yes. And especially, I just told him before the ride, he looks good with, the red and the nice shirts and ties. And, well, of course, he's a professor, he's an educator, so he works in the school system. So I can tell, he looks a good teacher. Yes, and I am so proud. And then like this. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much.
So, like I said, we want to talk about the dress, the style. Style meets I put the when style meets strategy, because I wanted to talk about, how you dress is sometimes, uh, I kind of like, casual person, and I kind of like a more prefer to be comfortable. Well, because my job and, I'm, yeah, I used to, I'm a former nail salon owner, but this is my own shop. So it's not like upscale salon or, the people can relax, get the manicure, pedicure, kind of the salon I had. So style wise, yes, I like my style. I like to look pretty and comfortable both, and but that's my style. So I didn't dress like office lady before. Yes. So, but once a while, occasional. For example, when I'm going to the certain occasion or to see the certain people, I I like to dress appropriate, because, for example, the meeting or session or something like that, I don't want to be rude for the host or the organization or whatever invite me. At the same time, when you go to wedding, when you go to party, and you don't want to be rude for the appropriate dress. So that's me. And today we want to talk about when it comes to the related to business, because for example, like I say, when the people go into the interview, you don't dress like you don't dress like a sweatpants and stuff like this. That's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Yeah. So the certain occasion, before you say the word, you've already said something by the
Mm.
way they look. Well, they always say don't judge, the cover, but that's why I keep saying certain occasion. You have to
mm,
dress a certain way, you know, because before you go into the, for example, going to the interview, before you go into the room, you you say already, you express something from your body, your outfit, your posture, your energy, that's your first negotiation when it comes to the business. They say don't judge, but when it comes to the, especially like a business and stuff, you dress certain way because the people expecting a certain way, especially potential clients, or talking about the serious, the business meeting.
mhm,
You
mhm,
don't, want a disadvantage from the beginning before you say something. So that's the kind of things, the dress. And from my experience, I think I say that I attended a leaders group cruise vacation
mm,
last month. It was really, really eye-open experience to me because before we going, of course, it was my first cruise vacation, so I don't know what I'm going to bring, what I should, but they the firstly they mentioned, dress code. Of course,
mm,
not all the time when you're going to Bahama or when you're going to island, when you go to beach, but inside, or especially when I attended a session or the meeting, because this is a leadership cruise. So all the people who try to be successful and try to be leading and got the skill and learning, learning opportunity. And then the
mm,
host, he mention about that too, because when you dress certain way, you prepare your mind is for that, for the prepare or
mhm,
for certain intention. So that's what he meant to say, meant for the way they dress or certain way.
okay.
They keep saying casual business, but it's not like jeans with hole and t-shirts and shorts and flip-flop. No, even the cruise ship. No. So, but when I dress certain way, for the follow the dress code and then attending the meeting, attending the session, it's my posture automatically looks the different, because you are ready to learn, you are ready to meet the people, you are presenting yourself, you're presenting, not business on the cruise ship that time, but when we talking about the business. Yes. So that's why I said, the way you dress is a first negotiation when you are in the business occasion. So
Yes.
that's what we talking about today. The sometimes, the most people underestimate in the business the power of how you show up, including how to dress.
Mm,
That's what I wanted to talk about this. So the people think style is, excuse me,
right.
superficial, but in a business, style is the one of the communication too. Like I said, the people expect in a certain way, or first impression is the how many percent of the business success or something. That's what he was talking about too on the cruise ship,
Mm,
because the first impression is, yeah, a certain affecting the business, or you know the way the people think about you. So
mhm,
until even when you say talk, and then sometimes during the conversation it might gonna change. Oh, she's not that kind of person, or maybe yes, but
mm,
I'm just particularly talking about in a business occasion, business scene.
right.
It's a little bit different. Yes. And then so, it's actually kind of like I would say that's why I put in why style meets strategy when it comes to the business. It's one of the strategy, because first impression is a first
Mm,
initiation. That's the strategy. So strategy isn't just a number or system or how you formulated stuff. It's positioning. And then the way you dress is a part of the positioning. So whatever we like in or not, like me, nicely all the time, But anyway, perception that created opportunity. So when you certain way to present yourself is create more opportunity when it comes to the
That's
business.
true.
Yes,
That's true.
especially in this digital wars too. It we're on Zoom and social media and the stage and the podcast like we doing right now. Your image is a
Hmm.
part of your brand, so it builds a trust before you even speak. So but when I'm talking like this and then when I'm looking at the way you dress, next week I think I'm going to dress a little bit more different way.
No pressure, please. No pressure.
you know
As you
what
said, the styling is in a way how
Mhm.
you show up the branding of your business. You understand me?
Yes.
Like every time I come here and I see the background of your screen,
Uh-huh.
I know that, oh, this person must be around some kind of water sport, or at least resort location. I mean, and you are at Virginia Beach. You
Yes.
are already telling something without telling anything. So please, 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 if you don't need to change your style, because that's part of your identity already.
Yes.
you
Yes.
know that's
Yeah.
part of your identity already. You see, I've told you something some time ago. Everyone knows me, even my kids. When they see me dressed in a certain way, they're like, oh, he's going to do something serious.
Mm.
So there was a day, I'm going to tell you this brief one. There was a day I told my son, I'm not going to work, but I
Uh-huh.
have something to do. But
Uh-huh.
then when I started getting dressed, he was like, but you're dressed like you're going to work. I said, oh, yeah, I'm not going to work, but there's something serious I have to go discuss. And
Mm-hmm.
so I need to look semi formal, you know? And he was like, oh, okay. So even little kids can recognize it. How
Yes.
much more serious minded adults, how
Mm-hmm.
much more people we do business with, how much more people who are in the background watching us to see where is this going, because I've heard about experiences where we do things like this, and it's even happened to me. About
Mm-hmm.
3 months ago, someone texted me and say, "Hi, my brother. Have been watching you for over a year. I want to know more about your business." So you never know what's going on behind the scene.
Yes.
And every serious minded business owner will
Mm-hmm.
give themselves an identity. They
Yes.
will give themselves a brand. They will give themselves something for others to recognize them by. So,
Mm-hmm.
Coco, I totally agree with your style. It
Yeah.
goes well with the entire aesthetics of what you're trying to present. As you
Mm-hmm.
said, coming from the nail industry, coming from fashion related industry, your style matches what you do. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? And even though you are bringing that style into this business, it's still okay, because that could be another way for you to attract people in the similar industry into the digital business. And you all will thrive together in the same stylistic way, you know? So it's not a big deal. I love your style, really. I
Oh,
just don't. I don't know how to be like that, because it's not where I'm coming from. You understand me? Yeah. So please
yeah.
don't change if you don't need to change. In our business, as you know, people from all walks of life come around. You
Yes.
understand me? People
Yes.
from all walks of life. Some of us, we come in here and
Mm-hmm.
you think, oh, that looks like a secret agent. But no, maybe it's because of the job they did before. And some of us may come on business. And when we come in our global business meetings, you see some of them and you think, oh, this person must be very religious. They look like a nun, but
Mm-hmm.
it's where they are coming from. We
Right.
do not discriminate to say change
No.
where you're coming from. No, 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 no. You can
Mm-hmm.
bring your style, as long as you can use your style to create the new brand in your business. All well
Yes.
and good. We go with it. We work with it and we support it.
Yes.
Continue, Coco, please.
You. No, I mean, I really appreciate it. Yes. And that's, I was going to talk about too, brand. Especially like we are all entrepreneur. We have owned
Yeah.
the brand. We are individual, the business owner. So, you
Hmm.
don't have to, the copy somebody's style or anything. So that's the thing. Yes, I because this is my theme. This is my brand. The bright color. Like a you know it's really beachy theme. Well, of course, I'm
Yeah.
Virginia Beach, and then yes, but when you say this, I really appreciate, and it makes me more sure that okay, this is my brand. Yes, so thank you very much. And then it was so fun
Welcome.
when your kids mention about, oh, I thought you're not going to work today, but even the little kids recognize, yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is too. And so I remember that when my daughter was little, when we lived, when my daughter's still in my home. Yes, because sometimes mommy's always, well, of course, I like fashion, but not that, office lady looking like. And then so sometimes when I have, a nice jacket or, the high heel shoes and stuff like this, she used
Yeah.
to ask me, where are you going? Where are you going? So dress like this when I'm going to my nail shop, my own.
Right. Right.
So I have a, some other occasion, and and then
Mm.
nicely or more like age appropriate or whatever she said. Where are you going? So it's a little opposite, So it's so funny, especially family members,
Right.
right? Your style and but when it comes to the our own online business, digital business,
Hmm.
we are individual. So
Yeah.
and the things is I just noticed because we are individual business owner, and then also we are doing attracting market, and then like you said,
Yeah.
you know we are attracting similar same mind people.
Yes.
For example, like you said, I might be attracted like a beauty industry, and
Yeah.
people and like this, and then you're attracted, like educator or more like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's what.
Office workers, former people. Yep.
Yes. So that's the unique and the beauty of this, the business and the unique parts. I I just love it. There's no such things. I supposed to do this. I supposed
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
That's the flexibility we enjoy here. That's the flexibility we enjoy. You see.
Yeah, that's why I like it. But you know what? And then, like you said, brand, your own brand.
Mm,
That's the business trademark. You know,
absolutely.
yeah. So we keep doing this, and but the things but I still want to feel like when you dress nicely, you feel certain way. That's
Yep.
from my experience because
Mm,
I don't wear high heel shoes often. I don't wear a dress, long dress, but that was a dress code. But once I dress it, it feels different myself. It's so funny.
yeah.
And then the people looking at me different way. And that's really it's not too bad. Sometimes I should dress up, huh? Kind of like that feeling.
That's good. That's good. But I want to touch something for our audience. As we're talking about when style meets strategy,
Mhm,
I wanted to take those two S's, style, strategy. These are two things that are very, very important in any industry, whether you are in sports or
mhm,
commerce or whatever it is. It's important. Why? Key aspects, as we already established, it will give people a clear understanding of what your brand is and your positioning.
mhm,
It's also a visual storytelling, just like my sister Coco said earlier. The design you use, the colors you choose, all of these things help to communicate something to your audience, to your customers,
mhm,
without you saying a word. Another thing is this: in cases where you have employees, then something like a uniform or a consistent style or consistent attire helps also to boost team unity. It helps to reinforce brand image. You
mhm,
see, this is not the only business I do. I have a business which I do back in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And my staff, they all have a certain top. Okay. There
Mm-hmm.
is a brand top they all put on. They may do whatever they want at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
pants, skirt, whatever. I don't care. But when you are on duty, this is the top. And
Mm-hmm.
when people see you, oh, you are from this company. I'm not going to say the name on air. But the point is this: we have a brand style when it comes to the employees as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it depends on the kind of business you are running.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important aspect of this is customer experience. You see, when you have a cohesive aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
it helps your customers to understand your packaging. It helps your customer to understand your brand. And it gives them that sense that, oh, these people have structure, they have form, they have a way of doing things. And I
Mm-hmm.
trust that. But beyond that, we know that it's good to combine it's good to combine style and strategy. But then, is it easy? The fact is it's not. And that's part of what we do. We've always said it that on our platform, we coach you, we mentor you, we train you, we guide you, we take you from point A to point whatever you want to get to when
Yes.
it comes to starting, building,
Mm-hmm.
scaling,
Mm-hmm.
and growing your business to
Yes.
the extent you are committed to. We are
Yes.
here to train you for that. And branding is something we train you in
Yes.
various ways,
Mm-hmm.
irrespective of the platform you want to use, irrespective of the way you want to go about it. We are here to give you what you need to
Mm-hmm.
get you there. So, why did I say it's not easy to create a brand? Yes, we don't give you those stories that, oh, come in, we can just snap our fingers and your brand is there. No way.
No.
You
Mm-mm.
are building a brand, you are connecting your style to a business. It takes some kind of effort and some kind of cohesive, collaborative effort between your mind, between your body, between everything around you to work together and create that brand. And so, what are three things you need to know? One, you need to be balanced when it comes to your creativity and the data you are working with. You
Mm-hmm.
see, when you want to do these things, sometimes to an extent, depending on how far you want to go in, market research is necessary. Data driven insights are necessary. All of these things will give you little tidbits you can plug together. And
Mm-hmm.
as each plug continues, you are making a chain. And that chain is what will tie your brand together.
Yes.
Besides that,
Good word.
you also need to integrate a team. You see, you don't need to do everything on your own.
No.
My sister Coco said earlier, it's an individual business. Yes, I own my business. That's why I have that website. My
Mm-hmm.
sister owns a business. That's why she has her website.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you reach her through her website, you'll be talking to her individually. When you reach me through my website, you'll be talking to me individually. But
Yes.
if you've gone to my Facebook page, if you looked at me on LinkedIn or any other platform, I always use a word when I talk about our business. We are a consortium. And what is a consortium? A consortium is a collection of people of similar minds, similar interests, working together for mutual benefits. And that's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
Business people helping business people, collaborating together and growing.
Yes.
And that's why we've been telling you come in and see a new way of doing business. We are not here competing with each other. The
Oh,
atmosphere doesn't even give you room for competition
yes.
because when you come in and you see that, oh, we all grow together as we help each other, you will love it. And
Yes.
that competition will die. Collaboration will come in.
Yes.
That need for, oh, I need to be better than this person we go out. Rather, I need to grow with this person. So
Yes.
that is another thing. We integrate together.
Yes.
Finally, you need, and this is the most important one, and we already touched it a little bit, but we're going to touch it again. You need to define your target audience.
Yes.
You need to define your target audience. There
Mhm.
is no other way. You want to reach people, you need to know who you are looking for. If you
Mhm.
just go into a market and say, oh, I'm looking for somebody, I'm looking for who's the somebody? Who is the somebody you're looking for? Because take it or not, even though we are doing business on the digital space, we are in a global market. And if we say, oh, we are just looking for anybody, no way. We know who we are looking for. I
Yes.
know who I'm looking for. My sister knows who she's looking for. You must know and define your target audience. You have to focus on the specifics and
Mhm.
understand, okay, this is who they are. This is how they are doing. This is what they can do. This is what potential they have. All these things come together to form the kind of people you attract to yourself. And
Yes.
guess what? Even in finding your target audience in the global market space,
Mhm.
we equally train you for that. We
Ye
prepare you for that. I
yes.
told someone, I'm sorry, Coco, I'm gonna take a little bit and tell this experience.
No,
There
no, no.
was a time, there was a time I
Is
I advertised to us. Yes.
is it a dog poop again?
No, not that experience. Not that experience. I made a target. I made a target to find a specific kind of audience.
Mhm.
Okay. So someone came to me. Actually, he called me up and said, "Hey, Spieth, I saw you online. Blah blah blah. Let's talk." We talked. Actually, we even met in person.
Oh.
Okay. But guess what? Let's say I am targeting A's. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
targeting people A's. But this person is a person C. And I'm like, how did you get to see my advert?
Mhm.
He was telling me, oh, I saw your advert because it was on Facebook. I said, okay, let's meet. So when we met face to face, I was
Mhm.
not asking him, you are type C. I targeted type A. How come you saw it? You know what he told me? He said, oh, my brother, actually, by my native root, I am a type A, but I changed to a type C.
Huh.
So what am I trying to say? It's like now I advertise to Americans. Okay, maybe I advertise to Americans only, but a Korean person saw my advert, and I'm like, no, I didn't advertise to Koreans. I advertised to Americans. How did you get my advert? And
Uh-huh.
then he told me, originally I am Korean.
Okay. Okay, I
So
see.
what am I trying to say here?
Mhm.
Even the part of you
Uh-huh.
try to hide, we can strategically
Yes.
train you to draw it out.
Yes.
We can build your algorithm. We can help you to strategize your business to the point that even if you want to find people in the deepest holes in this world, we will draw them out through training you to know how. It's
Mhm.
not hard. It's
No.
all about consistent effort to understand what you want and where you're going. We've
Mhm.
been doing it. We've been doing it, not just myself, not just my sister Coco. We've been doing it again and again. When I say we've been doing it, all of the hundreds of thousands of business partners we have globally, we've all been doing it. And
Yes.
that's why we are growing. That's why we are growing. And that's why we are so passionate and happy to be doing this in such an environment. And we would love you to come and experience it. You
Yes.
love it. You would love it. Coco, please.
Yeah, well said. Yes, I'm just listening, because even if I don't have this business, I'm like, oh, let me get more. Let me get to know more, kind of like that. But yes, you pointed out all the important things. It's a unique part of this business. We are not
Yeah.
competing. When it comes to business, I always say that, equal, the competing. Take the clients, take the client, take your customer, it's not like this. Our
Yeah.
business, it's the unique part, and
Hmm.
we still like individual business, but we grow together. We, learning together, getting better
Hmm.
together. Yes, and then I remember you always say when you go fast, you go by yourself, but when you go far,
Hmm.
go together. It's
Yeah.
this is most good expression about this our business. That's how we do it as a community. And then, like I say, it's global. And
Mm.
it's so funny. Type A, type C, type B, it's just, but because a human being, we're human being, it's not, we're not only one side. We have a
Yeah.
different angle, different, the moment, you know. So you never know which or when, how
Mm-hmm.
attract
Mm-hmm.
people, Like I say, okay, usually, I'm a casual style, but if I met somebody when I'm dressed up, it might be the different way. That's the things,
Yeah.
yeah. So you never know. And like you said, somebody watching all the time and for a long time, but it doesn't come up. And just keep watching and watching. And that's fine because we'll be back next week anyway. So
Yeah.
the people who watching or for listening, we'll be back next week and we're gonna talk about something else too. So and whenever you feel like it, just let us know. Send an email or drop
Yeah.
the comment on the Facebook
That's the website over there. Yeah,
website.
you can
Yeah.
see it. You can see the website. Yeah. Yeah.
And you never know. And you know what? If you watching that far today, it's meant to be meant to, for you, it's meant to see this, And
Absolutely.
yes, so just to take a little action, or just curious, just get
Mm-hmm.
curious,
Mm-hmm.
curiosity
Mm-hmm.
starts everything. So we're here anytime. So how's that? It was really good, nice talking to you, Spiff, as usual.
I'll, I'll quickly add one thing. I know that sometimes when Coco and I come here and we do our thing, for some people it's very entertaining. For some people it may be chaotic. So if you are not very clear on what we are talking about, if what we've talked about is not so clear to you, okay, exactly same details you can find when you go to our Facebook pages. We've already put out what we are talking about. Just
Yes,
go there, take your time. Maybe it's a 1 or 2 minute read.
yes.
If you're just patient, under 5 minutes, you can read through on your own time and
Mhm.
digest what we are talking about. And if by any means that triggers an interest in you to know better, reach us through the Facebook, through our website, or any other means you find there. When you go to our bios, you can see different ways to reach us: emails, WhatsApp, it's all there. As I
Yeah.
said earlier, I'm on LinkedIn as well. You can reach me there. So just reach out when you need us. We'll be there to help you.
Yes, we here. So, yes, that was good. So, hopefully, see you next week. We'll be back next week again. Thank you, Steph.
Thank
And
you.
you have a good week, good Monday.
You too.
And in the United States, good evening, Sunday evening.
Yeah. I hope you have a good night. See
See you next week. Thank
you
you.
again. Take care, everyone. Bye
You-
for now.
Bye.